I think I've always said to myself, you're better off alone. People are not that smart, or you're just dumb and you wouldn't be able to fit into that crowd. I always felt like I was somewhere in between, and I never felt like I was ever truly part of a group of people that shared commonalities with me. But as I'm growing older and my reflection, my identity has sort of changed and is ever evolving, ever changing, I've come to a conclusion that when I surround myself with like-minded people, I'm able to negotiate ideas and make meanings of problems that I didn't know would have such a rich, impactful solution to. Which means that when I come together with a lot of other people, I'm able to make more meaning of the things that I previously might have not even thought about, because my perception is limited to me. My biases do play a role in deciding what I believe in, what the solution could be. In fact, my perception of a problem can also be so different from the perception of another person's viewpoint on the same thing. So when we're talking about varying standpoints, we're talking about how multiple people look at one problem, and then the solution can also differ. And this is also what it means to have a subjective opinion over things. I think I never paid that much attention to what other people thought of as problems. And so as I learned more about empathy, I came to a conclusion that I don't really know what another person's life is all about. And it's only when I started hearing their problems and I started hearing their perception of life that I thought, oh, what a varying perception that this person has as compared to me, because this is not how I view things. And traditionally, I think, because we are part of a social setting at all times, instances where you might have not felt like you're part of a collaborative space, you might feel left out and you might have felt unheard. And there are so many different reasons why people don't want to collaborate. There are so many reasons why people don't want to be team player essentially. But it is very important to look at the subjectivity, the biases behind one's behaviors, and it is equally important for them to step out of this and with objectivity and with sort of maturity start looking at separated situations to what they previously must have sort of experienced. And I also understand that different experiences cause people to behave in certain ways, but when we look at problems that have solutions with varying perspectives, and we look into how these solutions can then be negotiated and can be concluded, summarized to offer a much better sort of solution. We are not just breaking down the problems in multiple ways, we are also ensuring that there are no weaknesses to the solutions offered in life. So then when you talk about how family dynamics should be, or when you talk about how relationship dynamics should be, there is always, and there should always be, a room for voices, right? Between two people that might look like, what do you think was the problem and what do you think is the solution? And you'd be amazed at how different people perceive things differently, right? And you would be amazed at how one might look at solutions in such a varying context. And that is how I think we also gain an understanding of who we're with as partners, maybe as even friends or team members. And I think the point of this video was completely to speak about collaboration, and I think it serves as a reminder to me and whoever else that's watching that you mustn't be afraid to speak up, and you mustn't be neglectful of other people's perceptions. I would say and strongly urge people to actually be part of spaces that serve common goals, because you'd be surprised at just how much variety and diversity there is in people's voices and choices. And I think that's it for my video today. I hope you have a great day.